Good morning, my scrapping friends, and welcome to Creating Your Memories. I'm Deborah Kozlovic, and I'm a Creative Memories Independent Advisor from Australia. Today is February Virtual Crop, and we had our secret box number 1 for 2024 revealed today, and most of you have probably seen that by now on the Virtual Crop Facebook page. And today I want to create with secret box items, and I'm going to complete sketch number 1. And I've already chosen my papers that I'm going to use, and I have my 3 photos which state on the sketch at 3.5 by 3.5, and you want a 6 by 4. So you want 2 3.5 by 3.5 and a 6 by 4. So I have my photos ready and cut. I'm going to be using a frame which came in the secret box also with my 6 by 4 photo, and I also have an embellishment clustment that I would use on my layout. And the papers that I've chosen is this stress chocolate paper, and on the reverse is the teal stress paper. This one is a cross between a wood and the teal. It's more like a beachy theme. And then I have this chocolate brown, which reverse is also another teal color. So I will be using the nice brown, sort of like, it's like a marble sort of like effect, you know, like different grays in a mountain or dirt. So I'm going to use that for my base. And then the other piece I'm going to be using is this cross between the teals and the different colors that goes into that wood effect. And I'm going to be using that as my centerpiece. So to get started, I'm going to cut that at 3.5 by 10.5. So I want 2 of those. So to start off with, I'm going to cut that. So 3.5 and 3.5 is 7. So I'm going to cut the 7. And then on my trimmer, I'm going to go down to the 10.5 and then cut up. And then I'm just going to flip that over and then cut at 10.5. And then again on the side, I'm going to start that at the 7 and then go up. I know that my paper is 10.5 long, so I'm going to cut that at 3.5. And now I have my 2 3.5 pieces by 10.5. Then my next one, which is that middle strip that goes down the middle, is 3 by 12. So I'm just going to pull in my next bit of paper that I wanted to use. So I'm going to cut that at 3. So that's just 3 by 12, so we don't need to cut that one anymore. Just going to move these papers out of the way. So to start off with, so that gives us 10, let me see. So even that around, I would say that's going to be 1 inch around. So I'm going to bring in my centering ruler, placing my centering ruler down, and first I'll adhere this brown piece. So I'm going to just use a bit of repositional tape. And center that in the middle, so I know it's 3, so that's going to be, let me just work this out, that's going to be 3/4, no, 1.5 on either side of the 6. So I'm putting that down in the middle, Just need to move that up a fraction. So using 6 as my center point, and then having 1.5 on either side of your 6. And then these two pieces go either side. So I think that would make it so 1 inch. So you've got a 1 inch frame going around. So just getting my repositional tape again. It's a very simple, quick layout. Once you know what papers you want to use, photos and everything that you would like to use on your layout, it will all come together very quickly. So I think that's going to be 3/4, my mistake. So just lining up my center ruler. So that would be 3/4, not 1. And then same with the other side, so 3/4 from top to bottom. So just adhering that down. So there is our base page completed as by the sketch here. And then I am going to be using this frame up the top. So I'll place that in the middle. So I'm going to be using some, just get this, do it this way. So it's very fine on the edges. So I'm going to put some tape runner on the corners. And that will help me placing my photo down and get it in the right position. So I'm happy with that. So I'm going to be placing that one at the top. And then with my 3.5 by 3.5 photos, they will go either side. So I'm going to adhere, it's funny, that center ruler down the bottom to start off with. So I'm going to be taking that 1.5 from the bottom of my layout. So just adhering my photos. So my photos are exactly the same size as what's on the sketch. So they're more or less just in the middle of your centerpiece of designer paper. So just lining that back up, and I'm going to leave a 1/2 gap in the middle. So 1/2 is here. I just take that in a bit. I think I'm satisfied with that. So now to adhere down the picture frame, I'm going to be using some tape runner, placing that back over that photo so that stays in place. So I'm just going to put it on all the 4 corners and the 4 sides. I'm just going to flip my paper around, and also take it, probably take it 1 1/4 from the top, and just see how that looks. So I want to make sure that I've got enough room in the middle. Yeah, so I might take it, so as the bottom of your layout to here is 1 1/4. So now I'm just going to center this in the middle. I've got my 6s, so that'll make it around about there. So I'm just going to turn that back around. So now that's adhered down. So that's got our photos down and our layout now. And now we're just going to put a little bit of a cluster, you know, up in the corner, and then my title. So I've chosen some of the embellishments from the secret box, and I like this one here. It says making this count, and I'm thinking now that that's going to be a little bit too big and bulky on that side, so I might find something else in my embellishment pack. So I'm just going to open this up. Might end up using, yeah, that one is definitely too big, so I might use this one here. And then I'm going to be using this one as my title, and this says "This is us." But I'm thinking now that I might have to move my photos down to give myself a little bit more room. So I think I'm going to do them also 1 1/4 from the bottom, exactly the same as what I did the top photo. So I'm just going to lift that up and move that down a bit. So now I'm just going to put the title right about there, and then I'll bring it in just a little bit, and then so I'm thinking about something like this, and have that one off centered on the side a little bit. I think that's going to be a little bit too much, so I'm just going to go back into my embellishments and see what else I might be able to lay down on my layout. Because it's got a lot of clustering and everything already on there, I'm not sure if I want to place anything down the bottom as yet. So I might just flick through these and take a photo of my layout, my finished layout, so you all can see it. But I'm definitely going to leave everything as it is on here. I'm loving this design. I'm loving the colors of the secret box. The Copper Canyon is really nice, and with the teals and the chocolates, it's just beautiful. So this is my sketch take on sketch 1. I hope you all go onto the Creative Memories website, onto their blog, and get in there and see what kind of sketches that they have available for the February virtual crop. And why not, you know, like, give a go of page, submit your finished layouts on the virtual prop, and you could be one of those lucky random winners to win a prize. So I hope everybody has a lovely weekend scrapping away. I'll be looking forward to seeing all your layouts on the Facebook page. So happy scrapping, everyone.